Standing up for Tucson and Southern Arizona and making a difference every day. The voice of freedom. AM 1030 KVOI.
All right, 6:51 in the morning on the Wake Up Tucson show. We're rolling through another amazing hour. We have Rodney Glassman, top of the hour, joining us in studio. Second interview. This will be kind of fun. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, we're going to let's run the Heywood Sanders clip where he addressed mayor and council. Ed, if you leave the mics hot, I'll do a little play-by-play as it goes for the listeners. So let's go.
So this was last.
This was last week.
Wednesday.
Last Wednesday.
Okay, at the mayor and council.
Heywood addressing mayor and council.
Councilman Kasacha.
Mr. Heywood Sanders is a professor at the University of Texas San Antonio. He's an expert in convention center, hotels, and the whole convention center business. Read his Brookings Institute report and was intrigued by it, and heard him on some radio shows, and
PBS.
Included in the list of questions that I passed out several weeks ago, that it would be interesting if he would come and share with us, and so evidently some local people agreed with that, and he is here today to make a presentation. So I'd invite Mr. Sanders up to make his presentation.
Mr. Kasacha, before you get underway, I need to know a couple things. First of all, time for the length of the presentation, thereabouts?
This is Mayor Walkup.
Defer to Mr. Sanders.
Yeah. The length of the presentation.
I haven't timed this. I just put it together for you last night. So
20 minutes?
Try and keep it to about 40 minutes. There are some things we can go through very quickly, and other things that may require a little...
I think 20 minutes would be more appropriate if you can do that.
How about the facts would be appropriate?
Mayor, I'll do the best I can for you. I had understood that you had an hour block of time, so let me do what I can.
Okay. Second thing, is the speaker a paid speaker?
I didn't see you.
Is he a paid speaker?
No.
No. All right. You're not compensated to give this speech.
No.
Very well. Do the best you can with the time that we've got. Okay.
Bob, we know you paid $100,000 of our taxpayer dollars for HVS to bullcrap you, but
I'm telling you, do the best you can.
HVS is okay.
I'm
yes.
here at the councilman's request to provide you what information I can. It's my pleasure to join you. I'll go tear through this as quickly as you like, and if you want to go back and revisit things...
Well, we might want to ask you questions, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, questions.
Very well.
Here's
And
Councilman
just a
Ulick.
question. So are you traveling through your university position, and your department covered your travel?
No. My understanding was there were some folks in Tucson who were picking up my travel.
Could we know who that is? I'm just curious about who. I really appreciate. I'm a big fan of the Brookings Institution,
Well,
but I think it's important, to know how you
Joe
came
Higgins
to.
and his Wake Up Tucson show.
Okay.
Bum.
And the invitation to join you was extended to me by the...
So we can thank Joe Higgins and Chris, his partner there. Is that the 100% of your funding covered by the radio station?
As I certainly hope so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Here's the
here
best
to
part.
bring you factual information. I would have anticipated the city would have done this at some juncture. So I'm somewhat surprised at this kind of arrangement. But I'm pleased to join you in any case.
Thank you.
We don't guest speakers all the time, so very well.
We just get Bob's hacks.
Well,
We're just
I'd
little
like to
town.
take a few minutes today.
Yeah, there's the end of it. So, and then you could tell Steve was visibly upset at how kind of rude that was to challenge this guy on how many minutes he had and what it was. I mean, it was just Steve just was.
I keep telling this. I said it. I've said it 2 years ago. I've said it a year ago. Mayor Bob is a jerk. Okay, no matter what
it's passive aggressive jerk.
Yeah, he
because
is.
It's very sunshines and lollipops.
Oh,
but
he
he's jamming
loves
you
to throw that to you. And when it comes to, he doesn't like that. He's like that little kid in the corner who puts his hands over his ears, shaking, going, yeah. Okay, for all his bull crap and that's great job. He's screwing you. You ever get this yet, Tucson? He is screwing you like you would never believe, and you sit there. And he just gives you a little
Chris, the drama on this thing was just the beginning was, and then the end, Moffat gets up and does a rebuttal. And it was just like, really? Come on,
$190 million of your taxpayer dollars okay, that he wants to flush down the toilet on this thing. And he doesn't want to hear anything else.
No. They're trying to manage the dialogue on all angles. Remember, they canceled the renewable joint meeting. Everything is managed and orchestrated.
The idea that he just keeps getting away, he just gives you the big smile and kicks you in the groin while he does it.
And I love it. Heywood at the end says, "Gosh, you'd think you guys would have invited me here to hear this information, not some radio show."
The idea
Only in
that we would
Tucson,
not
baby.
want to have. Okay, this is the thing that kills you. Okay, Ulick's perfect example of this is, we want to hear both, all the sides and blah blah blah, and they give you the head nod. Yes, amazing. Yes, thank you for your effort. Thank you for this information. Okay, so when you finally bring, the unpaid hack, in there, okay, and then of course there's a great article in the Tucson Choices today about HVS. Okay.
Yeah.
Downtown Dudette nailed this one out of the park.
She found it under the old minutes of the meeting. Guess who brought HVS into Tucson to do the feasibility study?
Well, it has to be Garfield Traub, because remember when Heywood Sanders was on our show and he gave us a quiz of all these cities with crapped out convention centers. Okay, it was Garfield Traub as the developer, and who did the feasibility report? HVS, and we did it like 5 different times.
And Piper Jaffray makes the money for the bond. So there's there's three in this combination or separate, or there's another one added in occasionally in different markets, have a lot of financial incentive to push these things through.
Yep.
So they know what they're doing, and they've done it over and over and over.
So basically you have a good group of sharks, the developer, you got your hotel people, your little report people, and then you have Piper Jaffray with money. And the sharks, and does it like they go around to unsuspecting cities and take advantage of your council people? Is that what it sounds like?
In fact, that's what I asked Heywood. I said, how does this continue to happen over and over and over? He says, because it's all local. So each council is its own little animal and their own little political animal. So they can, you can bring data that says, hey, it didn't work in Des Moines, but everybody says, well, we're different than Des Moines. We're better than Des Moines. We need this thing, this shiny new convention center hotel, to make it work. Over and over and over. Now there's enough empirical data over time that these dialogues are starting to happen. Some of the hoteliers in these markets are calling Heywood saying, hey, this might drive down the rates in my hotel if this community publicly owned hotels in my marketplace dropping their prices.
Well, I know that we've gotten Overland Park, Kansas, in the Kansas area. They've been approaching us about the stuff that we've been covering about, because they're having this issue with Overland Park, Kansas. And they actually have a real corporate base.
Huge corporate base.
Where we don't have a corporate base.
80% of their convention is hotel is filled by non-conventioneers.
Right.
What do you think that'll look like here in Tucson? 10%? If that?
Downtown.
Because you're going to stay at the Star Pass. You're going to stay at the Lowe's. You're going to stay at these other places.
Downtown generated business right now of just corporate business, those kind of onesie, twosie, nightly kind of things, usually has to do with people doing work at the government level. Okay, or there's a court case. So there's a lawyer in Phoenix firm that pays to have 3 rooms at the Hotel Arizona so they can do prosecute a case or whatever.
You know what the Hotel Arizona's vacancy rate is this week?
9%. That sounds about it. That's their occupancy, not their vacancy.
Let's have another hotel. Okay.
It's not a very nice hotel. I mean,
it needs a little love. All right, Ed's coming up with the top of the hour news. He's sticking 3 new toothpicks into the machinery to make sure it works next hour, which is going to be so awesome.
Used toothpicks, yes.
And we have after the top of the hour news, we have Rodney Glassman running for U.S. Senate coming in next. He's right there. Ed already has his bumper sticker on his chest. Wake Up Tucson, 10:30 The Voice.